Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this Jellycomb streaming webcam, and this was provided to me by Jellycomb, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful, I'll put a link to this on Amazon in the description, and if you use that link it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost anything extra. So this webcam has some neat features on it. It has 3 lights on it, fast autofocus, has 1080p at 60 FPS, and a magnetic privacy cover. And here on the back we have the specs. It's the model W15, and then it has 2 resolution modes. It also supports 720p by 60 FPS, and the connection is USB 2.0. The microphone is dual microphones, and it has a privacy cover. Okay, we have a congratulations card, we have a user manual, and here's the camera. So it has this magnetic cover on it, and I think I saw that you can put that on the back. So when you're not using it, you can store it back there. That's kind of a neat feature. And then to turn the light on and off, it has a touch sensor here. It turns, looks like it turns 360. Then it has this mount here. This plastic will come off. It probably has like silicone or something on here, or some kind of rubber surface to grip. So also on the bottom here is a 1/4-20 thread, so you could put this on a tripod. So that would fit in like this, and then you could still tilt it down, or you could use the tripod to tilt it. You could also put on any other kind of mount, you know, clamps or you name it. There's all sorts of devices that will use a 1/4-20 thread. So this has a captive Velcro strap on here for the wire. So the wire is around 6 foot long. Okay, so I'm going to get a monitor so we can see how this will fit on a monitor. Okay, so this is going to notch off the front of the monitor, and then this pad in the back will sit upon the back portion. So you can adjust it up and down, like so, if you need to, although you can also tilt this too. So you probably want it about square on the front, and then get the back pad in place for support. So this is a really old monitor. It's a 720p monitor. It's super thick. I'll hang this on the back of the laptop so we can look at that on its thinner screen. Okay, so on a thin monitor like this, or a laptop, I'll put them on more like that. And you can see it fits up a little higher. It gives good support. So it can tip forward, but typically your screen will be back more as opposed to forward. You're not going to have your screen like that. Your screen will typically be like this. And then you can still adjust the angle of the camera, or back and forth. Look at that forward too. So that's what it looks like from the front here. Okay, so I'm going to connect it up to the computer and we'll record some video with it. Okay, this is a sample of the internal FaceTime camera on my MacBook and the microphone on my MacBook also. So now I'll switch over to the Jellycomb camera. Okay, so this is the Jellycomb camera, and as you can see I have this bright light up here, and my face is still visible. It's not washed out, but I'm going to tilt it down a little bit so we don't have to see that. So the light on the camera will not turn on unless you have the video showing on your computer. So now I can tap the top, and you can probably see in my glasses here the light turned on. Okay, so here's the light. I'll tap that again and again. Okay, so that's what it looks like off. This is the warmer light. This is the bluer light. And this is more of a white light. So it does show up on my glasses. You're going to have that with any light that's coming from straight ahead, but it should eliminate any shadows. And you tend to want your light on your camera to be similar to the light in the room, and I probably have more of a blue light, or I probably have more of a white light up above me. So I'll switch it to white. Okay, there it focused in. Now I'll shut the light off and we'll take a look at it like if I was in the dark. Okay, so you can see there's a little bit of light behind me, but it's pretty dark in here. So I'll turn the light on, and now you can see my face. So this is the warm, this is blue. It'll take a second to focus. There we go. And that's the white. So typically you don't want to use this for your primary light, although you could, but typically you'd have an overhead light or something, and this would just help eliminate shadows. When you're dealing with any kind of camera, you want light, because that's how cameras work, is the more light you have, the better. Okay, I wanted to shoot this little sample clip here upstairs. I was down in my shop, and you have that bright light overhead, and I wanted to do something in a more traditional environment where someone might use this, like in an office or a bedroom or something. So this is with no light on, and this is with the soft light. This is the blue, and this is the white. So you can see it kind of eliminates shadows. And it takes a second there and it does autofocus, so once you get it set up. Also, I've been editing the video and I've noticed the audio on this can have some noise. And normally when I edit my video, I will cut the noise out. I'll run a noise filter on it, but I left that in so you could hear it. So I'm recording this with QuickTime. The software you're using, be it Teams or Zoom or whatever, may have its own noise filtering software. I'm not real sure. It can also have noise cancellation and all that. So it may sound different when you use those applications. It's kind of hard for me to do samples of that or test those. Now I'm doing this on my MacBook, and you can do this on especially laptops. They all have microphones built in. You can check the microphone on the camera itself and your laptop and see which one you like better, because most of those applications you can choose your camera and your microphone separately. So if you like the microphone on the Jellycomb camera, you can use it. If you like the one on your laptop, you can use that. On a desktop, this may be your only microphone. So in that case, this is the one you'll use if you use this camera. If you don't like the microphone on this, you could always insert an external microphone. I do like that there's an option of having a microphone in the camera if I need it, but a lot of times I'll use a headset or something when I'm doing a video conference, and I'll have my headphones on and a microphone on the headset, and I'll just go that route anyway. So I'm mostly focused on the camera and what it can do. So that's the Jellycomb streaming web camera. This uses the UVC protocol, so this is compatible with Mac, PC, Linux, Raspberry Pi. There might be some TVs, I don't know, Xbox and PlayStation. You can look if those are compatible with UVC cameras. I'm not sure, I don't really deal with that, but it's essentially the webcam standard. This should work with those. So it's very versatile. But I think that light feature on it's very nice. You can use it to eliminate shadows. If you're in pitch dark for some reason, like say you're a vlogger who camps or something, and you want to plug this into your laptop to do your recording of your video, you could use something like this and you wouldn't need an external camera. So I also like this bracket on here. It's super wide. You could put that on the edge of a 2x4 if you wanted to. And something I didn't look at earlier is you could actually, just set this up right by itself. So I know some webcams I've used, you can't. You'd have to have some sort of mount. So you could just set this somewhere and use it like, for monitoring something. If you hook this into a Raspberry Pi computer or up to your computer, you could, point it out the window, things like that. So it's very versatile in that respect. Of course, it has that 1/4-20 thread too, so you could put, say, a suction cup mount on here and suction cup it to a window. You could put it in your car. There's all sorts of different applications you can use with that. So I like that there's lots of mounting options on here. Super versatile. And then, of course, you can tilt it too. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.